Alright, how's everybody? I'm Bolt and welcome back to Eden's Gardens Project Eden's Garden, whatever you like to call it really. And I think, oh yeah, we're going to the dining hall, aren't we, to partake in Cassidy's game tournament, I believe. I think that's what's happening anyway, right? Super Slam Tournament, yep, here we are.
Huh?
Top of the morning to you.
Yo, I did not realise that Jacksepticeye was in this game. But I can remember right on time. We've almost finished setting up. The original furniture had been stacked and pushed to the walls, making room for a totally unexpected scene. Sofas arranged around a massive TV and impressive-looking DJ pad flashing colourful patterns. And loudspeaker almost everywhere I looked. When Jet mentioned equipment, I imagined a handheld console. Something tiny that could be won from the Gachapon. But anything but this. Impressed, are ya? Where did you find this stuff? What'd you think? Mark's bro cave. Oh, you mean his dorm, right?
It's nothing.
Yeah. The hell? Did they also include the TV?
Yo!
You think that's cool? You should check out my room. It's got a whole arcade machine. I don't doubt that, considering Cassidy's the gamer and streamer around here. What's an arcade machine to a race car bed? And yet, perhaps even more curious than the equipment was her. Oh, Eva.
Hi.
Here for breakfast, Eva?
Hey, hey!
We've already had it.
Huh?
We?
Yep.
Obviously, as tournament hosts. Eva helped the guys and I set everything up. Eva helped the guys and I set everything up. For her contributions, she has been bestowed the title of
Check it out!
Honorary Host.
That's...
Really?
Correct.
It looked like they needed an extra pair of hands. So she was interested in the tournament after all, huh? Wait, what's that in your hands? This? I went from the Gachapon in the pharmacy a couple of days ago. It's some niche gaming console, I think. Looks like a Nintendo DS. Or 3DS. Whichever one.
Eh?
There are other consoles besides the one Cassidy has.
Yep.
Sure are. I plugged Tozu about it before using the Gachapon. Didn't want to gamble for something which doesn't exist. After a few days, he got fed up and confirmed that multiple consoles were up for grabs.
You see?
Since I wasn't planning to take part in this tournament, I just took it with me. Playing a game on my own is more my style. Right on, girl. So you're not participating? Why come to the tournament then?
Well?
Well, it's not easy to find other fans of Sublime Slime Sisters. Even though it can be considered a cult classic, lots of people in the gaming sphere will judge you if you say you like it.
So hackneyed!
Contrarians, the lot of them. They just don't want to admit the quadruple roll kick attack originated from an indie title. Yeah, and the upper kangaroo punch. And the downward spiral attack. And the okay, so she seems to know her stuff about the game, which is pretty dope. And the 7-time jump wallop. And the jack. Okay, you guys have made yourselves very clear about this.
Damon!
Oh, that reminds me. Bargain bin? I'm apparently the bargain bin? Okay. Since you're here, let me explain the rules of the tournament.
You think?
I never said I was going to play.
Really?
Then why can't I wait?
Huh?
Right. Cassidy pointed to the whiteboard a little ways off where we were standing.
The hell?
What the? Three-way bracket system had been drawn on the board with a marker. My eyes immediately darted to the leftmost bracket where I had been slated to compete against Kai. Sorry. Yeah, you better fucking be sorry. Cassidy said you had to bring a partner, so... Damn it, so... That's why he was begging me to attend.
Hey.
Why can't I just be a spectator? Well, Cassidy and Jet are already matched, and Jean said he was gonna attend, so I don't really want to play against him first. This... Damon, you can say it. This fucking guy.
Very funny.
Just don't look at me like that. If you pull out now, bed privileges are over. Kind of forgot about that.
Ugh.
That wasn't part of the agreement.
I've got something to say.
We'll consider this an amendment. My room, my rules. I want him to die first. No one was at stake. It's better to not argue the technicalities with him. Fine, I'll play. Alright, this will be awesome. Since you've never played a Fascinating game before, I can show you the ropes. Just give me a second to set things up.
Sick and twisted.
Wow, he just used housing to coerce you into an unfavorable position. I wonder if Kyle leases out apartment. OMG, Cassidy. OMG. Kai said something yesterday about not recognizing Cassidy's game, so it'll be probably taking him a while to set it up. What should I do while I wait? I guess, you know, be social. Mark was leaning there for his equipment, fiddling with the various controls.
That's...
All of this stuff is turned on, yeah? Shouldn't music be playing? The volume's turned down on purpose. I'm just making sure everything works.
Seriously?
How will you know if it's working if you can't hear anything? Glaring at me from under his beanie, Mark reached for a sound dial and rotated it. On cue, the speakers on either side again play music.
Huh?
Muttering something to himself, the boy returned to fiddling with the controls. Soon this conversation was over. Alright, let's go for Scooby-Doo then. Jet had wandered over to the stacks of chairs. Fool! Wee! My quads are aching. The shifting furniture counts as workout? Sort of, right?
Yeah.
Guess it's just lost in thought. Okay, this music is kind of fire. Alright, Eva.
Where?
Eva was staring intensely at the console in her hands.
Hello?
Having fun there? Can't talk. Must. She's totally turned into a gamer.
Hi.
Hey,
Seriously?
I know you can hear me, Eva.
Hey.
Eva! This just reminds me of when Wally was saying, Eva! Don't play obtuse. I can tell you're ignoring me. I am not. Following suit, she immediately turned her attention back to the game console. Jesus, girl. She's just focused on her game. Just let her finish the fucking level, Jesus. As a solution, I not so gently tap her hand, pulling her gaze upward. What? Since when are you so passionate about video games?
Deal with it.
It's a secret talent of mine. The ultimate gamer!
You think?
A secret talent? And that you don't want to exploit in a gaming competition? Unable to think of a comeback, Eva simply puffed out her cheeks and started to stare at me with a pout.
where?
If I partake in conversation, will you leave me alone? That's an eloquent way to get me to shut up.
No.
It's not that.
Eh?
Not what? Not that I want you to shut up.
Right.
So you do want me to... So you do want to have a conversation. That, that was easier than I expected.
However,
You can't count this as a win. This is simply a coincidence. A coincidence, huh? I just happen to have something important to tell you. Something really, really, really important.
Eh?
listen to me.
Yeah. It has the power to disrupt the world as we... She's playing. She's playing around.
That's...
Okay.
I'm talking.
Are you sure you can handle this knowledge? You don't need to give it a proverbial drum roll. Fine. I used to eat lunch in the bathrooms. This is not the look of a judgment. This is not a judgmental look. This is just a kind of okay, confused look. Was this another one of her attempts as a joke? I'm being serious. Like, in the stalls?
Super gross.
And my only object of companionship, the only thing keeping me sane from those disgusting toilets, was a portable gaming device. Understandable, actually. I found it at a thrift store. It made my lunches better. You can say you like video games, Eva. I don't need a tragic backstory.
Not interested.
That's embarrassing. More embarrassing than lying about being the ultimate liar or eating lunch on toilets. What is even that noise? I keep on thinking it's to do with the watches. But what even is... Wait. Is that noise the... That noise of the profile on the watches is like updating, right?
Jeez.
I'm just kidding.
Correct.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of funny. I chuckled. Sure.
Seriously?
No, you didn't. Not one bit.
It's the truth.
Telepathically, duh. I wouldn't chuckle out loud. What kind of powerless fool do you think I am?
Right.
Sorry. The way she was playing into the theatrics was sort of, in some bizarre way, endearing. And you never know.
Thanks.
Maybe I'll change my mind and play in the tournament later. Aww. Pains me to say it, but smiling is a good look at her. Cassidy, then.
Hey!
You look a little antsy. Well, antsy, right. But you're gonna lose?
Right.
No, it's only a video game.
Yep.
Right, yeah. I got the vibe you were putting down. On the surface, aloof and uncaring, but secretly the thrill of the game courses through your veins.
Anyway.
I have a question for you.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know what time you were going to set up the tournament.
Okay.
Eva? She asked me about it after breakfast yesterday. I see.
Jeez.
I'm surprised she's so involved. Is it really that surprising, though?
Eh?
Maybe she wants to help out because she no longer has to play pretend, you know?
Yep.
That, or she's just a big nerd. Play pretend, huh? Since the title of Ultimate Liar was itself a lie, then the coldness which accompanied it, could Cassidy be implying that was also a lie? Okay, enter. So, green... Wait, yellow means I haven't interacted with it. Okay, so kitchen, okay. That seems to be the last one, I guess. Oh, turns out this kitchen... It's got yellow, right? Actually, then again, I was looking at the dots. Okay, well... What else? Oh, wait. Oh, the yellow is on the whiteboard. Right, okie dokie. There were some names on here that I hadn't paid attention to the first time. Jean's name was written down, but he hadn't been paired with anyone.
Over here.
David, over there. Kai waved at me over his spine in front of the TV, which now displayed a colourful level select screen. Come on, everything's set up. He handed me a second controller and patted the floor next to him. Do you know how to use a controller?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I touched one, but I'm sure I'll get the hang of it. Surprising. I was getting the vibe you were like, you know, the bookish type. The kind who refuses to even touch a screen. What, are you talking about people that are bookworms? Just because they read a lot of books doesn't mean that they've never touched a game in their life. What? But hey, it's good that you've used a controller before. That's better than, well, you know, nothing. Sure. What's with the glare? I'm not judging.
Anyway.
Can you just show me how to play, for goodness sake?
Hey.
Oh, right, yeah, the game. Okay, so after I started it up, I played a few runs to get a feel for the controls. Combos in the game get pretty complicated, which might not sound great. But the basic control mappings are actually really simple. Guys spent the next few minutes giving me a rundown on the game's controls. I picked it up faster than I expected, but still rougher than I would have liked. Once he was gone, we began our practice rounds, and we kept at them until the final tournament attendees arrived.
How we feeling?
Would you look at this? I am morning memory making just how I like it. Ugh. So loud in here. Can someone turn down the music, for goodness sake? Actually, to be fair, I'm sort of like this. I'm very sort of sound sensitive.
Not a chance.
No dice. If those ears aren't ringing like a fire alarm, can you even call it a party?
Soybean.
No. You tinnitus. Hate it. Speaking of music.
Hey.
Hey Mark, do you use a stage name or something? Your songs are really catchy. I don't know if it's vibes or what, but they remind me of this guy called... Did I say something wrong? Oh, you also just reminded me. Before we start, Mark wants me to pass on a message to you guys. That being... This is what he said to me. As much as I don't want to be here, I've agreed to provide my services under two conditions. One, I maintain full say over what music I write. And two, no one can discuss my songs or my musical abilities in any way, shape or form. That is... I think it's a little bit too much control over your music. People should be able to have a say in what music is playing, not the music player having all of the control.
But...
I was just complimenting him. Yeah. What? Not even wow. Sounds like a really, really neat guy, doesn't Mark?
Hell no!
Seriously?
Seriously?
How does that make any sense?
Nope.
We can argue about the logic later. For now, let's just get along with it, for God's sake.
Come on.
Who cares about all of that? Let's just quit this small talking and start already.
Roger that.
Eager and ready to go. That's what I'm talking about. Speak for yourself, I'm only here because of that ship captain wouldn't leave me a fucking alone.
Huh?
That's odd. From what I remember, it was the other way around.
Shut it.
Whatever.
5 seconds in, they're already off on the wrong foot. Alright. This is Sean and Grace together. As he walked over to the whiteboard and skipped. Right. A match with him?
Duh.
There's a reason I wanted an even number of people. Let me explain the ground rules. They're simple. Each match is going to be the best out of 3. And take a look at this board to see who you're going to be up against. We're up first, Damon. Remember what I taught you. May the best man win, I guess.
That's pretty cool.
Good luck, Damon. Well, thank you.
Yep.
You feel it as well, don't you? A tightness in your chest which just wants to burst out. We're on the verge of a battle, a clash for glory, honor, and incessant bragging rights.
Right.
It's the long-awaited, ultra-exclusive Slam Sisters Tournament. With that roar, the tournament began.
Bro, Kai, you're a natural.
Whoa, Damon, watch out!
I can't focus if you're yelling in my ear.
Now this feels like home.
You play video games?
Not so much me, but my men. Ha! During break, they'll flock like seagulls to my ship's arcade.
A personal arcade? On a ship? Man, I'm jealous.
Damn. Despite the overwhelming mix of voices and music, my attention remained concentrated on the screen. This would literally just be me. If I can time this next act right. Oosh. Crap. Just when I thought I was advancing on Kai, he'd caught me in a trap.
Haha, too slow!
In tandem with my step up, the music took on a more frantic tone. Damn it. There's only one more move. There's only one move which could save me now. Taking a deep breath, I steadied my grip on the controller and pushed both joysticks as hard as I could. Damon, you pushed them way too hard. Huh? All of a sudden, the world around me turned pitch black. What? Why is everything black? What's happening? Guys, can you hear me? Ouch! Who's that on my foot? The panic clamor of the people around me snapped me out of my stupor. Is this a... are we in a blackout? What? A blackout? Right now? Don't we usually just wait for the power to return? Was there something else before that? Crap, my school had a whole protocol for this. Even if we knew what to do in a normal blackout, it wouldn't help here. Inside this abnormal building where everything was sealed off, we were basically blind. Should we look for the others? How are we gonna do that? I can't see a fucking thing in front of me. Can we just wait for someone to find us instead? Screw that! Somebody look for a torch already, and... Hold on a sec. I got an idea. Huh? Before I could even register what it was he said, a light appeared in front of me. Hovering there, casting a very faint glow. The hologram from the trinket. Immediately, the rest of us have activated our own trinkets. With all 8 trinkets activated, we could finally see each other in the dark.
Yo!
Good, John.
Let's rock and roll.
Right on, you're a lifesaver.
Ha
The captain needs to keep a steady mind during inclement weather.
But...
It's great we have a light source now, but why hasn't the power returned yet? You'd think the guy would have done something by now. Oh, did it? Wait. It's a goat guy, right? Yep, it's a goat guy. I don't know why I missed out the goat part. I didn't even mean to do that. I know it doesn't matter too much, but I just find that funny.
That's...
You know what? Let me check something.
Uh...
Huh? I ran over to the corner of the room and knelt beside the vent, bringing my ear to the grate as I listened for a certain noise.
I see.
The hammering. It stopped. Eva, quick. Come here and take a listen.
Hello.
I'm here.
Am I hearing you right?
Why do you need Eva? Do you remember when I said I woke up in an underground floor? Dining hall people, you were in the building. Yeah, why didn't you mention this other girl? I never saw her. You were there too, bargain bin? Don't even... There's a floor bar. Oh, right, yeah.
Focus.
If it was with me. The two of us woke up in a boiler room, which also happens to be on the other side of this vent. The room had a huge generator. If you pressed your ear up to this vent, just like I did, there's no way you wouldn't hear it. But for some reason, there's nothing.
I see.
I see the problem. If there's no sound, the generator must be turned off. Simples.
Eh?
Is that why power outage happened?
Hell no!
So it just kaput? How are we gonna get our power back now?
Well,
There is one thing we could try.
you see,
Apart from the boiler room, the underground floor has 4 storage closets. I remember one of them containing something that looked a lot like a generator. I didn't even go into the other storage closet because I was just thinking that they look exactly the same. I probably should have checked.
Elementary, my dear.
A spare generator in case the first one breaks.
thinking.
If we somehow turn it on, we might get the power back. You want to go down in the dark? Shouldn't we just wait for Tozy to turn the power back on?
No,
I have a bad feeling about this. I think we should turn on the power as soon as possible, instead of waiting for Tozy to do it. But what if we get lost in the dark?
Take a breather.
Let's just form a daisy chain with our arms. There's no way we'll lose each other then, eh?
Ooh.
Smart. Since Damon and Eva have been down there before, they can just lead. Yeah, okay, sure. The 8 of us linked arms and formed the chain. Once everyone was ready, we made our way to the out of the dining hall and down to the underground floor. In the near pitch blackness, the hallway looked so much larger and longer than I remembered. Exploring the place with light had been unnerving enough, but this made all this seem like a walk in the park. I know, right? This is literally in my wheelhouse. It's so creepy down here. There's 4 rooms, right? Just checking, what again?
where?
Well, since this is a group of 8, we could explore in pairs. Pairs again?
This sucks.
Okay, if that's what we're gonna do. Kai shot me a nervous glance and I knew then that he'd made his decision. Fine.
Yep.
Just gonna come with me.
Bro?
But the Broski won't have...
Duh.
He can go to Jean. Them swashbuckler types love a good challenge, don't they? You know me so well. How about it, Mark? Up for a little adventure?
Just ignore me.
Just make it quick already.
I see.
So I'm stuck with the math bit, am I? Maybe if we find the generator, you can use your real talent for once. Let's check out the closet on the right down there and get this over with.
Stupid.
Repair work and math competitions have literally 0 over...
Just follow me.
Come, Jed. Let's investigate the closet opposite theirs.
Oh boy.
Sure. So I'll slip.
I see.
Since the closets in the back are covered.
Are we ready?
The 2 in front, Mark and I will take the left. Damon and Kai, you stand to the right. This place sucks, man. Why do we have to be fixing stuff? It looks like a murderer's basement down here. Didn't seem like Kai had any intention of entering first. Whatever, I'll open the door. Imagine if this is the one with the generator. Alright, let's search this place. Kai and I gave the closet a quick rundown. Something as large as a generator would have stood out even in the dark, but we couldn't find anything of the sort.
Man.
Unlucky. All that what work? You literally just walked into here and maybe even had a tiny look around. What work is that? What's the plan now? Do we just, like, like, go back outside or something like that?
I know.
I want to see what Grace and Eva are doing next door. Oh, okay. As Kai shuffled up behind me, I turned to grasp the handle of the door and... Did someone run off?
Huh?
Suddenly, frantic footsteps echoed from the hallway outside. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It sounded a lot like it. Did another group make a discovery? Why run past us, though? This didn't sit right with me. I needed to see what's going on. There's no one else here. Are the others still searching their closets? If they've found something, I don't know why they'd run off without telling us first.
No.
If it was one of them, we should have heard a door opening. Yeah. Maybe we could peek inside one of the closets. Just make sure you know. Hello, Damon? I couldn't focus on anything he was saying. My attention was concentrated entirely on that place. Those footsteps sounded like they came from the boiler room. Hold on, I don't... Hey, what are you doing? His words were barely comprehensible. I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't even think. All my brain could register was a tightening in my chest. Suddenly, my legs began moving forward. It's like my body was possessed under the control of something completely ambivalent to reason. My heart was palpitating my every move. It brought me to the door, told my hands to turn the knob. And then, I was inside.
Dude, no!
She was seriously freaking me out. This isn't okay, you know? Why did she come here? Come on, just say something already. I couldn't make out anything in the dark. The boiler room seemed completely still and completely silent, just like it had been the previous time I was here. Except, unlike last time, the silence wasn't the peaceful silence of a long abandoned place. Rather, it felt like the entire world was holding its breath. Damn it, why can't you just say something? Kai, just so you know, I'm not gonna give up on you. Why can't someone just
Game over, man! Game over!
why can't someone just fix this fucking blackout already? And just back up. When a sudden light appeared. A single ray of light in the back of the room protected by a vent in the wall. It was too dim to completely snuff out the darkness, but it was still enough. Enough for me to see what was laying at my feet. I had a fucking feeling. Oh, damn! This is getting juicy now. Wolfgang Akide lurched over the boiler room platform, completely still, completely silent. The ultimate lawyer, unmistakably dead. Kai's scream rang loud and clear in my ears. I could hear everything. All the fear and anxiety from the past 5 days joined in a chorus of terror. Before I knew it, I was yelling too. No! I can't look at it! My arms, my legs, there was no weight in them anymore. Only pins and needles prickling every inch of my skin. What do I do? What am I supposed to do about this? Body announcement, right?
A body has been discovered. All students must proceed to the boiler room on the underground floor immediately. Time will be allotted for all participants to investigate the murder. And afterwards, the real class trial will begin. Good luck, everybody!
Ooh, boy. You know, one thing I'm still wondering is like, why is it that the music that we was like hearing just a moment ago, which was like the music soundtrack called Tension, why is it that soundtrack was playing in the sort of train in the beginning in the prologue, but it won't play the exact same track because it's like a deadly redux or something like that. That's what the track says, and I don't know why. Why was that only track used only for the train? Because I wanted to like hear it be used again because I really like that track, but then it's another version being used and I don't understand why. I mean, maybe it will be used and I'm yet to be surprised, but I keep getting distracted by why it's always the Deadly Redux version and not the version that we heard in the very beginning. It irks me. The real Clash Trial?
Oh, shit!
This can't be for real. There's no way. There's no way. With a wail, Kai booked it out of the room. I knew it was inevitable. I knew we'd You know what? Because I didn't notice him in the dining hall with us. I mean, to be fair, neither was Winona with us, and also Ulysses and Ingrid. I'm not gonna say Eloise because I'm pretty sure that she wouldn't do this. I don't think Desmond would do this either. So this is interesting. The only thing I can think of is possibly Winona. I knew we'd chosen this path when we started denying the reality of the killing game. But seeing Wolfgang displayed the way he was, his face contorted into a look of terror. It made everyone's naivety all the more worse. And what did this mean for his blackmail? Like father, like son, beneath a sheep's skin hides a wolfish mind. Maybe this is... I mean, we're assuming that it's through Wolfgang because of, the wolfish mind. But what if we were mistaken and that it's someone else's? Because wolfish mind doesn't necessarily relate to someone's name or identity. It could relate to someone's way of action, like how they deal with the matter. And it's also entirely possible that Tozu faked the confirmation, or maybe he doesn't know for certain. No, okay, Tozu should know, but I feel like Tozu may have told her a little bit of a fib to steer us in the wrong direction. Because maybe what he said to us about the answer that we were looking for has already been revealed. What if that is true? And maybe, I mean, to be fair, Grace and Jean was the last ones in with us. And Grace, I think, as far as I can recall, had a bit of an issue with Wolfgang, and there must be something going on. So my prediction is Grace did it. That's my prediction, but I could be wrong. We'll see. I'll never know what that blackmail meant. Maybe if I had just bit the bullet and then confronted Wolfgang about it. Yeah, that was kind of a missed opportunity you had there. Damon! Are you okay? I heard the announcement and... Is that Wolfgang? That was right! The tournament attendees burst through the door, towered by a summoning Kai. I really didn't want to believe it.
Yeah!
What the heck would I lie? Are we 100% sure he's dead? I don't see any wounds. Maybe he's still breathing?
Good morning.
Oh no, he's very much dead.
Son of a bitch!
This has got to be an accident, right?
Why the long face?
Why'd you ask? Well, if the death wasn't intentional, it could be treated like manslaughter or something. And not need a trial. Rubbish. Intentional or not, the killer's hands are still dirty with blood, no? As far as I'm concerned, murder is murder. Can't be a third-degree murder, manslaughter, or anything in between. Besides, if Wolfgang's death was indeed an accident, and the killer bore no ill intent, don't you find it rather strange they haven't come forward and confessed?
Damn it!
Then tell us! Tell us who did this.
Who? Me?
Me? To tell you? The killer? Where's the fun in the mystery you already know the answer to? I'll keep my lips sealed, thank you very much.
Hold on.
There's definitely a killer?
Moving on.
That's this already? Aren't you quick-footed bunch?
This is...
Holy shit.
Nonsense!
A cacophony of wows filled my ears, hailing the arrival of the remaining students. I'm sorry, but because it keeps on zooming into people, it just reminds me of bloody how fucking many characters there fucking are. It was almost instantaneous how quickly the colour drained from everyone's faces. They'd entered the room completely bright red, having clearly made a desperate sprint to the boiler room, but now they looked as lifeless as the man laying in front of them. What happened here? It's just Damon and me, we just found him like this. It's a sight to behold, I'm sure. Your beloved classmate, who was once so lively, now splayed dead in front of you.
Well done.
To think I didn't have to lift a finger after the blackmail. What are the odds? How could you?
Who? Me?
How could I? You tickled me, Eloise. You must remember, this is a killing game between students. Unless the rules state otherwise, a student can only be murdered by another student.
My blood is rushing.
The undeniable truth is that one of you killed Wolfgang. One of you killed Wolfgang. That's right, a person we've been living with, who I've spoken to before. That person is in this room right now staring at their own crime scene. So we are going to completely disregard the fact you showed each of us another person's blackmail? I'm simply pushing you all in the right direction. Do not take it personally. Wolfgang, you were so nice to everybody. Why would somebody... Why would someone do this? I gotta admit, that's pretty good cry acting though. Well, if it is any consolation, I have a gift prepared. Gift? I know what this gift is.
Plot twist.
Behold, the Tozu tablet. The second Tozu tablet, to be more precise. You even name in the tablet apps yourself? Yeah, he's a little bit of a narcissist, isn't he? It's always been called this, you just didn't know until now.
Moving on.
Anyway, I trust you all remember how this tablet operates, yes? If not, allow me to briefly run you through it again. This tablet contains a summary of the crime scene. Certain special details like the victim's time of death have been also thoughtfully provided for you. Oh, go on, take a look, you know you want to. I legit thought it said gender mate. Because there's definitely a gender called mate. The victim is Wolfgang Akade, the ultimate lawyer. He was discovered in the boiler room on the underground floor. He is kneeling in the water and his upper body is slumped over the concrete platform. Estimated time of death is approximately 9:30 AM. Approximately 9:30 AM. So that was after the game tournament started. So it couldn't have been Grace. So it could have been maybe Winona because she was not with us.
No.
Also, this music track is great. I'd say it's well, not as much of my favorite as it is with the Tension soundtrack at the beginning of the game, and also the Redux version, which is not slightly worse. But this one, this soundtrack, I like. This is different from the first tablet we've got. No, I'm quite confident you're holding the same brand of tablet. Look, the shape and size are identical.
That's...
What? The shape and size are identical? Sure. I mean, why is there information missing from this tablet? The cause of death? When we investigated the dummy's murder, the tablet explicitly said she died from blood loss. But this tablet doesn't list Wolfgang's cause of death anywhere. Rubbish. Of course. Saying otherwise would make things... So we don't really have much foundation to work from then. Okay, come again. You see, the tablet's information has been divulged in such a way that both the killer and the spotless have equal chance of success. What? What does that mean?
Moving on.
Nope, that's all you're getting from me. Play-hole!
No.
Wait. Damn, he's already out of here. How nimble was this guy?
Why?
Make what too easy? Something... Wolfgang's murder?
This looks bad.
No way. Is he saying the cause of death is part of the mystery? Fuck this. Who cares?
You're crazy!
I'm not investigating shit. Keep me out of this.
Don't look at me.
I don't want to be here. I don't want to keep looking at him.
No, just... no.
You just be insane to think I'm touching a dead body. One by one, multiple students made their way to the door. It was then that she finally spoke.
No.
Stop. Although she didn't yell, there was an overwhelming intensity to her voice. The same kind that caught everyone's attention back in the trial room. Immediately, the runaways froze.
Yeah!
Well, what do you want? You all remember the rules, don't you? If we don't solve Wolfgang's murder and uncover the killer,
Can't you see?
then we are going to die. Our feelings don't matter in this killing game. They never did. All that matters right now is finding the truth.
Don't test me.
Which coming from you.
Bad news.
Maybe it is, but that doesn't mean she's wrong. If we accuse an innocent person, everyone except the killer will be executed. That's what Tezu said, and that's what was reiterated by our watchers.
It is how it is.
Whether we like it or not, those are the rules. If there's a difference between life and death, then there's nothing much else we can do. But I don't want to look at him. Investigating a crime scene doesn't mean investigating just the body. It's standard procedure in homicide investigations to try and pinpoint the victim's movements before their death.
Thinking.
That means searching places they've gone to, people they've spoken to. In Wolfgang's case, his dorm room might be an area of interest.
Yeah,
Since the dorms don't have locks, there's nothing to stop anyone from entering.
Oh boy.
When you put it like that. Hey, broski, you wanna explore the dorm? Yeah, sure, I guess. If you guys are going, then I'll come with. Yes, same for me. The way Eva spoke with such precision and such calmness is the same way she spoke when we discovered the dummy.
Hold your horses.
Ulysses won't be going anywhere. What?
Aye.
That notebook you're carrying. Whatever evidence we find down here, I want you recording it. What about us? We might discover something huge upstairs. The area of the body deserves the most attention. Once we've exhausted our options here, then we'll head up.
Moving on.
Obviously, I'll remain here. You should too, Damon. Right. My mind was still reeling from the shock of discovering the body, and the lump in my throat still wouldn't go away. But Wolfgang really was dead, and I had to find out why.
I don't understand.
It's just so hard to believe. Could one of our friends really be a murderer? Friends. She said it like that. Blind optimism isn't what the killer most likely exploited. After all, how can you suspect anyone if you trust everyone? It's an environment perfect for deceit. An environment perfect for murder. And worst of all, an environment we've created. Let me do what I did last time and look back over the tablet first. It still pissed me off seeing everything except the cause of death listed. Especially when I knew the reason why. The cause of death. Oh, that's me. The cause of death, when we investigated the dummy's murder, the tablet explicitly said she died from blood loss. But this tablet doesn't. Oh, right, yeah. It literally just happened. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know if I like that. I mean, it's fine if it happened like, I don't know, a few hours ago, or maybe like a chapter ago, but happened within literally like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes ago. I don't really like that flashback because it feels like, oh, we immediately forgot that or something. I don't know, that just seemed really, Places definitely compensating for the killer. Probably because they failed to hide their own tracks. And withdrawing information might be his way of balancing the odds.
I won't lose.
Bullshit rules. Who's to say they won't be abused? Regardless, Wolfgang's cause of death should be treated as the crux of this mystery. If I can figure out how he died, then everything else should fall into place. Poor Wolfgang. The guiding light of the ultimate student snapped out in an instant. No cues for crying over it though. There's a mystery to be solved. Like any true investigation, important evidence won't always be visible on first glance. Should you ever find yourself stuck? Yep. By the way, any truth bullets you obtain will be logged. Yep. You know, in case you needed the reminder. Thank you. That's all from me. Bye-bye. That's definitely Tozy talking to me, right? Alright. First of all, I'm actually going to save my game. And first of all, we've got the taser here. Ah, a taser gun? Pretty random thing to be lying around a crime scene. It definitely wasn't in the boiler room prior to the murder either. Did that mean this taser gun was involved in the murder? On closer inspection, nothing about the gun looked particularly strange. Had it even been used? I'm pretty sure taser guns dispense some kind of wire when fired. Nearby were some yellow pieces of plastic on the floor. They were the same shade of yellow as the taser gun. These had originally been attached to it. I can't tell where they would fit on the gun though. Never mind. What's the point in making guesses when I can just get him to confirm, right? After all, someone who's a pro at wooden guns should know them better than it. Oh, we're talking about Desmond, right? Taser gun has been added. Okay. I assume you're talking about Desmond anyway. Blood. There's blood speckled across the floor. I didn't notice it at first, due to the room's restricted lighting. But now, after my eyes had some time to adjust, it couldn't be more obvious.
I see.
Also, is Wolfgang an alien? Because that's like not red blood. Definitely suspicious. Looks like it passes into the hallway too. I'd completely missed these during the blackout. Speaking of, after the body discovery announcement, everyone barged into the boiler room through the door. Yet these blood spots don't look smudged. I'm guessing they were already dry by the time any of us got. Which means it wasn't 9:30 a.m. It was much, much sooner than that. Wolfgang's blood? Actually, it might not actually be Wolfgang's blood. It could be someone. Someone got injured. No, either someone got injured by trying to kill Wolfgang and succeeded, or I don't know. Okay, so let's just go into enter mode now. Okay, yeah, okay, so I've got to talk to people now. Ulysses.
Terrible.
The generator over there is partially submerged in the water. I think we would be wise to stay on this platform. Was he worried about the water being electrified? Even I managed to stand in the way. I mean, I don't see why now would be any different. Yeah, you know what? I remembered that in the prologue, I think, I mentioned how the water should be electrified because anything electrical would make the water electrified. But then I looked up myself online and found out that either natural water or pure water, I can't remember which one it was, but if the water is like clean, then I think it's less likely to be conductive by something electrified. But if it's got like minerals and stuff, so like a bit more dirtier, then I think it is more likely to be electrified. It's been a while since I looked it up, so I can't say for certain, but I just know that there is. I found out that there is water that actually is not conductive. Then again, the generator wasn't damaged the last time. Oh, I just realized I completely skipped over that other piece of text. Even though I managed to stand in the way back when, I don't see why now would it. Right. Then again, the generator wasn't damaged the last time. True.
Damn.
Yes, since Wolfgang is kneeling in the water, we should avoid touching him.
No.
You don't know for sure if the water is unsafe.
Huh?
Listen to me.
Before you start making conclusions, you should experiment first. Or if we walked over to a pile of boxes and put out a light bulb. Oh, I see what you're doing. Sure enough, Eva went straight to the edge of the platform and threw the light bulb into the water.
Look.
See? It's not lighting up. That means the water is safe.
Well, I
see. Then I suppose it's safe to inspect Wolfgang.
Okay.
Are you going to? I think I will observe from afar instead. Now isn't the time to be listening to your nerves. Winona. You're still here? I completely forgot you existed. Is there a problem with that? Why does she need to frame everything I say in the worst light? I'm preparing to hold a one-on-one session with Ulysses. I was consulting him about something important before we were interrupted by the announcement. Is that what you were doing before the blackout?
Huh?
Repeat that.
It's simple.
The blackout? Were you still with Ulysses when it happened?
Come on.
You're not speaking any sense. There was... She caused the blackout then. She can't be serious. That blackout affected the entire building unless...
Anyways.
Let me rephrase that. Where were you when the murder happened?
Sheesh.
Where were you? At Cassidy's game tournament in a dining hall.
Oh, really?
Really? Not what I expected.
Let me see.
Ulysses and I spent the morning by the large tree. We stayed there up to and including the time of Wolfgang's murder. So apparently the tree room doesn't hold any lighting. Sounded like she had an alibi then. As for the location she mentioned, I assume this entire building complex connected to the one generator, but it made more sense that the tree area to have its own... Does it? I mean, if you can back that up with actual evidence, fair enough, but does it really? Hence why it didn't lose power. Maybe she conducted it that way. Maybe. What about the courtyard though? Was anyone there at the time of the blackout? So wait, who else? Oh right, okay, so oh wait, actually there was something else. Knife. If it weren't for the if it weren't for the observational dots, I would not have noticed that. A knife? Why was a knife floating in the water? On the blade in the surrounding water, I could make something out. The unmistakable colour of blood. There's no doubt about it. This knife must have something to do with the murder. Why was the knife here, not actually on the platform though? I had no idea. What do you mean, not on the platform? It is on the platform though? Maybe it's on the stairs? But it looks like it's on the platform. Okay, anyway, body. I'll inspect the rest of the scene first before. What else is there to inspect? There's literally. Oh, why do I have to inspect Ulysses again? I've already okay, sure, okay. Why did you move over here? It's
The struggle.
I feel it is highly important we investigate anything and everything we can. That is why I moved over here to investigate. More like I didn't want to be near Wolfgang's body. And what was there first for the investigation? Something other than fear appeared on Ulysses' face. It was curiosity. What is it? Look at the floor in front of the door. That rhymed. This? Yes.
Seriously?
This is just a small piece of scrap metal.
Do you think?
Even so, it's still a part of the crime scene. It necessitates its documentation.
That's not important.
Seriously? Something this small means. Damon? You need to look at everything. And because that's close to the crime scene, you cannot rule this out. It could have something, could have come from the generator or the pipes above us. Ingrid could have been carrying it for all we know. This guy, there's so much here you could actually document, and instead he's focusing on. I mean, rightfully so, Damon. All the more reason to rely on myself. Why is we documented it though? So. Game, there is literally nothing else. Well, I guess, okay, I had to rotate my game around to see this. Okay, fine. Chunks of something. Bread was floating nearby the generator. It almost looked like metal, maybe plastic. Were these originally part of the generator? The colours and material don't seem to match though. So can I now yet? Really? What else is there then? Maybe the camera? Wait. Okay, I've got to admit, the cord was hard to notice if you're not in observation mode. So I guess observation mode is actually helpful. It's a cord in the water. Judging by the length, I think it's an extension cord. But what the hell happened to the other end of it? There was no internal plug, just a thread tip lined with a black substance. Had the cord been burnt? I didn't see this cord in the boiler room earlier, so it probably came from some place else. One of the storage rooms, maybe. It wasn't always in this condition, that's for sure. All the items we've been provided so far, light bulbs, speakers, a fridge, they've worked perfectly well. So what happened to this cord? And why was it even in the water? I'm guessing now we're able to, right? fucking Jesus fucking Christ. Generator then. Half of the generator's internals had melted away, and what still remained was almost completely singed. Or singed. Yeah, this was definitely the cause of the power outage. What could have melted the wires though? It looked like a bomb had gone off in there.
That...
Now that I think about it, during the game tournament. Taking a deep breath, I steadied my grip on the controller and pushed both as hard as I could. There had been a loud boom right before the blackout happened. Similar to a fire going off or someone firing a gun. Did I ever hear the sound of the generator being destroyed? Nothing else near the dining hall could have made that kind of noise, I don't think. If my assumption is correct, the generator would have been destroyed around at the same time the murder was committed. That's suspicious as hell. There's no way the two events aren't connected. But I'm also working purely off my memory of the boom. To be absolutely sure, I need to know when exactly the blackout occurred. Was there any way for me to find that out? Wait, for some reason, okay, it's saying yellow for Jean, but it looked like green to me, and I assumed I already talked to him, but... Okay. Wait, take a whiff of that air. And there's something up about it. I followed his instructions and sniffed the air.
That...
It smells like burnt rubber. Cord.
That ain't it.
Because of the busted generator, yeah. But that's not what I'm talking about. There is another scent. A real bitter one. You might actually be onto something. It's almost like cereal and rubbing alcohol. Indeed. I'm suspecting a mighty chemical reaction at work.
Eh?
I've had my fair share of travels across the sea. I'm no stranger to foul play. There's no stench worse than one of a disastrous combustion.
It is how it is.
Thing is, I got no idea where it's coming from. Really? The smell is supposedly that of a chemical reaction. Where else could it be coming from besides the busted generator? Unless Sean's conclusion about the smell is wrong? I wouldn't put it past him. Alright, it feels like I've given the boiler room a good rundown. Which means... Yay, just yesterday Wolfgang was talking with us. Eating breakfast with us. And now he's... dead. Who had the resolve to commit such a needlessly brutal murder? To go so far as to mangle his body? I couldn't unpack it. I didn't know how to. This wasn't just some dummy I had to investigate. This was a real person. It was so far out of my expertise, let alone my comfort zone.
Hello.
Do you want to inspect him? No. Holy crap, did she really have the audacity to scare me like that? yeah, I do want to inspect him. It's just the idea of getting close to him.
Where?
I'll investigate with you. It's easier for both of us that way. Right?
Right.
Let's see first. Alrighty, let's go. Wolfgang laid completely still, his face frozen in a look of horror. His once bright eyes were shrouded in darkness and his mouth was open, as if he had been killed mid-scream. Eva's expression said it all. Wolfgang did everything in his power to make us outcasts, and make the worst of us. At times I even hated him for it. But this brought no relief to either of us. Wolfgang, what happened in his final moments that left him so terrified? Was it the realization he was about to die? Mulling over the what-ifs won't bring me any closer to solving Wolfgang's murder. Right now my focus should be to find the evidence. And that begins by investigating his body. Okay. There didn't seem to be any strange markings on Wolfgang's face. However, along the side of his neck was a massive bruise. That looks like a really bad injury. Almost his entire neck is discolored. Stranglement, right?
Damn.
How did he get this on the back of his neck? Nothing around us seems to have left it. This might sound morbid, but what if it's a sign of his body decomposing?
That's...
Can a body really decompose this fast? It could, or it could not. It probably depends on the environment, as in the temperature.
Correct.
Cold places are genuinely better at preserving things than warm. Humid areas like this boiler room.
Thinking.
Kind of like dairy products. That's a good comparison. A tone-deaf one, but sure. Wolfgang didn't have this bruise yesterday, at the very least. If he did, it would have been super noticeable.
fair.
Yeah, true. Turning my attention back to Wolfgang, and then I caught something else on his body. Near the mark on his neck, but not directly overlapping it. A red dot. So he was injected. Chemicals, right? That's where the chemical smell has come from, the injection possibly. Is that a beauty mark? Doesn't look like it. The skin around the dot seems to be inflamed. It reminds me of a pumped... Oh, okay. The sort of wound you could easily inflict on yourself.
So...
Then you don't think this is related to the murder? It might not be, but...
There must be something.
Judging by the lack of scabbing, this was inflicted pretty recently, so we might as well keep it in mind. Hand. The way Wolfgang was slumped over the platform, it almost looked like he'd fallen on top of it.
Focus.
Let me see if his palms are scratched. As I knelt down to take a closer look,
Huh?
trickling out from under the cuff and onto the rest of his hand, a strange injury that looked like tree sapling. Was this a burn mark? When I looked at Wolfgang's other hand, I saw the same thing. Markings that seemed to extend down the arm.
The hell?
Eva, look at this.
Hello.
Let me see. Yep, burn marks. That's really horrible. They look like gross little veins. What inflicted them?
That's...
There's a taser a little ways off from where we're standing, but I couldn't find anything to indicate it's been fired. So the only other thing I can think of is the generator?
Is that really true?
Why the generator?
I know.
The thing has clearly been destroyed by something. Maybe Wolfgang's got caught in that something and that's how he died.
Not sure.
The generator seems too far away from where Wolfgang is lying to cause burns like these.
Look at this.
Plus the room's water is inconductive, so electricity couldn't have travelled through it.
Right.
Anything able to melt the generator's wires could have burnt his suit to a crisp too. Exactly.
Thinking.
I think Wolfgang received these burns outside the boiler room. There's just nothing here that could leave these markings. As for the actual place he got burnt, guess we'll have to try and find out ourselves. That is, if such place even exists. While it's possible the generator may not have been involved in the murder, it seemed unlikely that Wolfgang made a detour for the boiler room after being severely burnt. After all, burns like this and burns like his would definitely paralyze someone. As for Wolfgang's palms, they didn't have any markings on them. Still, he must have fallen somehow. Why else would he be lying on the platform? Now as I think about it, the place where Wolfgang laid was odd. What were the chances he would end up here, between the only opening of the fence? The one spot where he could kneel over like this. Was it possible he'd been trying to climb onto the platform before he died? It's possible... It's strange why he didn't use the stairs though. And even stranger that he was even in the water. Blazer! Wolfgang's suit was completely crumpled. a far cry from his once clean appearance. Water had seeped into the pants, completely ruining the fabric. As I leaned in close, I spotted a folded piece of paper sticking out from his back pocket. Though it was soaked, it wasn't completely destroyed.
Damn.
I don't want to touch him, but with my thumb and index finger, I snatched the paper out of his pocket, taking care not to brush my hand against his body. I gingerly folded open the paper, aware that some of the wetter spots could fall apart immediately, and found a message written inside. That's some very ugly handwriting. Do you recognize it?
No.
A lot of the text is unreadable. Whoever wrote this probably used a low-quality pen. Although, at the bottom of the page, fragments of the message were still visible. Secret, 8:15 AM. Boiler room, close the door. So he was meeting somebody. Doesn't this really look like a command? It seems like someone wanted to arrange a private meeting with him here.
I see.
Could that someone be the culprit?
Not sure.
8:15 AM. That's a long time before the time of death, though. Maybe there was a struggle, or maybe Wolfgang arrived late.
There must be something.
Either way, this message is definitely a valuable clue. It's our only insight into Wolfgang's movements before his death.
Well,
Now I really want to know where everyone was at that time. I woke up at 8:30 this morning, so I was asleep when this meeting was scheduled to happen. It's only 35 minutes before the tournament. Cassidy, Jed, Mark and I would have already been in the dining hall,
Right.
setting up the equipment.
That's...
As for the other students, directly asking them where they were at 8:15 might be risky,
where?
because they would wonder where we got the time from. Exactly. And I prefer to keep this note between the two of us. Oh, that's probably not going to bode well, is it? At least, for now.
Anyways.
This thing about a secret, what do you think that means?
Gah.
Well, I'm not really sure. It could be referring to anything, really. Anything, huh? You know what it means?
I know.
I have an idea. The author of this letter might be talking about Wolfgang's blackmail.
Huh.
If they claim to have it, they could have baited him here without much issue. After all, Wolfgang asked us to meet with the person whose blackmail we had.
Strange.
A derelict boiler room is a pretty ominous place to meet someone, though. It would have been Wolfgang's first time here too, assuming he didn't explore this floor first beforehand.
What could it be?
Either he didn't see the super obvious danger in meeting here alone, or he didn't realize and just didn't care.
Right.
Does that change anything about what I said? Well, duh. If Wolfgang knew the warning signs, his reason for coming might have less to do with integrity
You see?
and more to do with desperation.
Huh?
Desperation? To know the details of his blackmail.
I see.
It would stand to reason. If only Wolfgang had hidden this note somewhere safe instead of bringing it here. It would have been valuable evidence. I doubt he could have envisioned something like this happening. He was never really on his guard during this killing game, except around you and me, I guess. That seemed to be everything I could gather.
Hello.
Hey, Damon? Since we've inspected the boiler room, we should find the students who left and ask them their testimonies.
Right.
They went upstairs to investigate Wolfgang's dorm, right? Yes, because of what I said earlier. The victims' last known whereabouts are the best places to search for clues.
Okay.
Alright, let's see what they've been up to. Apart from the collecting testimonies, there were two other matters on my mind. One, getting Desmond to inspect the taser gun. And two, pinpointing exactly when the blackout has occurred, in case it happened at the time of the murder. I walked over to the boiler room door, which had been left slightly ajar. But as I began to put it the rest of the way open, I noticed it. The doorknob, something about it, looked different. Hey, Eva? The doorknob, I think it's been flipped. What? Are you sure? Take a look for yourself. The first time we woke up here, I'm pretty sure this lock was on the inside, not... Wait, what do you mean inside, not the outside? Wouldn't the inside be on the other side? Wait, what? How would someone be able to flip a doorknob though?
That's...
By unscrewing it, probably? Okay. Why didn't you say something earlier?
Huh?
What do you mean this is the first time I've noticed it?
Is that really true?
Really? You didn't notice it back when you entered the boiler room with Kai? No, not even then. It might have been because the, of the darkness, of the blackout, the thing that happened just a moment ago, or my own nerves. But back then I wasn't paying attention to the small details like the doorknob. All I wanted to do was into the boiler room.
Anyways.
I know that makes me sound stupid.
Listen to me.
It's okay. I mean, I probably would have noticed the doorknob had I been there, but that's besides the point. Right. Alright. Anyway, that discovery paints an interesting picture. Since the lock was now accessible from the hallway, you could technically lock the boiler room shut without ever stepping foot in it. Meaning that if you wanted to lock someone inside the boiler room, all you have to do is lure them in and close the door behind them.
Moving on.
Come on, we need to collect people's testimonies before the investigation ends. Right, yeah, let's go. And you know what? I think I'm gonna need to take a bit of a break. So, I'll see you guys all in a second. Alrighty, y'all, we're back. So, I guess... Wait, first of all, observation mode. We're able to leave, right? Okay, yeah, we're able to leave. Okay, so, we have to... As a million questions wrestled away in my brain, I followed Eva out of the boiler room. Actually, Eva, before we go upstairs, it's probably worth checking out the storage closets first. Why?
I know.
I found something in the boiler room that might be related to them. Oh, okay, the extension cord, okay. No internal plug, just a frayed tip line with a black substance. Had the internal end been severed off and the cord burnt after? I didn't see this cord in the boiler room earlier, so it probably came from someplace else, one of the storage rooms maybe. Once again, not entirely sure that I appreciate the flashbacks to literally like a moment ago. Maybe they assume that people will just go through the text and not remember or not pay attention to what's happening. Then again, I wasn't really paying too much attention to the text because I was a little bit exhausted at that time. But maybe... I don't know. I just feel a bit iffy about it showing me a flashback of something that literally happened like a moment ago. So, the extension cord. We should confirm if it did indeed come from a storage closet. Okay.
However...
But first I want to talk to Cassidy.
Come again?
You want to talk to her? That bitch? Yes, I want to talk to her. Is that bad? She wasn't much help last investigation.
Well,
any help is better than no help.
Fair.
Alright, I'll talk to Cassidy first. And then I'll investigate the... Didn't she say that she would though? Okay, yeah, I know that we're doing it together, but she didn't say we should, she said I should. Or I want to. I mean, Cassidy is right here, so... might as... I just love how we can just go straight through her. That's just so... Anyway. Cassidy was pacing around the hall with a finger on her chin, seemingly doing nothing wrong. Or just doing nothing.
Yo!
Oh, hey guys. Sorry for not noticing you sooner. I was performing a super soup down on this here hallway. That's a lot of words for wandering around aimlessly.
Listen to me.
Can you put your soup down on hold, please? I have a really important question.
Okay.
Let's hear it. Don't drag it on too long, okay? Gotta finish my soup down before time's up.
You see?
Do you remember who attended the tournament? I mean, I remember. It was Jean. It was Cassidy, obviously. It was also Eva. It was also Mark. It was also Grace. It was also Jet. And I think that was it, actually. The game tournament? Huh. Everyone who was selected to join kept their word, so we had a full house.
What about...
There are 8 people in total. Jet, Mark, Grace, Jean, oh, and Kai. I totally did not just forget that he existed. And 3 of us.
Huh?
Something on your mind? Well, since the murder happened in the boiler room,
Well?
wouldn't that mean everyone in the dining hall has an alibi?
Ooh.
That's a good point. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what I said as well. Didn't even think. Damon, this just goes to show how much smarter I am compared to you. Also, since we split into pairs while investigating those rooms down the hall, every pairing can vouch for each other.
Right.
We all split up. What were the groups again?
Yep.
Joe and I explored Storage Closet B.
Eh?
Storage Closet B?
Check it out.
That's what it's called in the map. Does she mean the map of the Tozy Trinket? I activated my trinket and sure enough, storage closet. Now, depending on which way you're looking at, that's either the one that I went into, or I went into C. I actually don't even know which way round it is. See? Storage closet B. There's also storage closet A, storage... Yeah. Those are definitely the rooms we explored. In that case, Kai and I must have explored... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I remember it clearly. The 2 of us checked the closet above and opposite the one Cassidy searched. According to this map, the only one is yes.
Correct.
Chris and I investigated the closet directly next to Damon's, so we must have been inside storage A.
Yeah.
Which led Mark and Jean with storage D. Yeah, that makes sense. Okie dokie, we've got that. You know, Damo, since you're here,
Question.
what's to do with you in the boiler room anyway?
Huh?
What do you mean? When Kai told us peeps about Wolfie, he says you 2 went into the boiler room.
How?
The heck did you do that for? You were supposed to check out the storage closet.
No.
You're not causing suspicion of me, are you? No, I would never do such a thing. As far as Cass is concerned, everyone is innocent until proven otherwise. I investigated the storage closet with Kai, we just didn't find anything inside.
Anyway.
Although we did hear someone run down the hallway.
Am I hearing you right?
For real, man? Here we go again for the flashbacks. Weird, I don't remember any footsteps.
It's the truth.
I do.
Really?
Eva, did you really? I heard them while Grace and I were investigating the storage room next to yours.
However...
I just brushed it off as my imagination, though.
F.
Did she just say F? Alright, pay your respects now. Guess me and Jay must have been talking over them. Were those footsteps the reason you entered the boiler room, Damo? It's Damon. Get it right. And yeah. They came from the direction of the room, so I wanted to see what the person was running from.
For real?
For we really? I would just chase after the footsteps. I understand both sides. I mean, enter the boiler room after something like that. You weren't scared a murderer was hiding inside? What I actually discovered wasn't much better. True. Then whose footsteps could it have been? I don't know why anyone would want to be running around those spooky hallways, let alone in the dark.
What about...
Unless... maybe they were also looking for a backup generator?
That's not important.
I doubt just that innocent. Considering the place this place person ran away from was the crime scene, those footsteps were probably the killers. You mean fresh off committing the crime? Murder? Crime?
Right.
Fresh off the murder? Or a bit after at least. Depends what time we went downstairs. Either way, whether it was immediately after the murder or not, for a brief moment the only thing separating us from Wolfgang's killer were the storage room walls. That's creepy to think about. Thus, bit by bit, the mystery slowly unravels. The plot thickens, as one would say.
My genius is almost frightening.
No need to thank me. This all in a day's work. She didn't even do anything. Oh, brother. Right. Wait, does Eva have anything more to say about that, or can we just move on? So this is what I get for checking up on you, Eva. Okay.
Interesting.
That was easy.
The hell?
Why'd you do that for? As if you were nervous.
Seriously?
Of course I'm nervous. You were nervous earlier.
No.
Earlier, yeah, but not anymore.
Moving on.
Anyway, you shouldn't be so nervous. If you're too nervous, you won't be able to think straight. So you should calm down. Easier said than done.
Well,
We've already investigated the really ugly stuff, right? You don't need to think about that stuff for now. Just focus on collecting people's testimonies.
listen to me.
I can keep reminding you if you want. I'll... be fine. So she literally just scared me just because I just decided to just check up on her. Smooth. Heading upstairs would be a bad idea. There are things... Oh, right, yeah, the storage closets. I mean, should we go in the one that I went into? I don't even have names here. That's so despicable. So this must be the one that I was in, right? Yeah. Okay. It was hard to get a good look at its contents in the dark, but it's in and now, very, very clearly.
I see.
There doesn't seem to be anything important here. I think we can move on. Okay. Oh, that was quick. So now what about this one? This was the one Eva and Grace went into. Okay, interesting. Oh wait, actually this is the first... This is the one that we went into, like... The first one that I went into. Map says this is storage B.
Right.
Like closet, capacity, and jet export.
Look.
Do you see that?
Huh?
See what? The box in the corner over there. Look. Confused, I turned to where she was pointing. Looks like a safe. This is... I think I know what it is.
Yeah.
A generator, right? The one you were referring to during the blackout.
Correct.
And here I was thinking it was a safe. I'm used to generators. But then again, generators can be of any size and shape. So okay. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Since I've explored these rooms before, I knew one of them had a backup generator.
That's...
If this closet has a backup generator, wouldn't that mean the ones who restored power?
Thinking.
Well, if Cassidy and Jay were the only people who entered this room, then they're the people who brought the power back. Damn, I'm surprised those two actually know how to navigate a generator. Wow, Damon, you have quite the perception of people. That seems to be all there is to this closet. And I just love how I went into this closet saying that Eva and Grace went into it when I completely forgot that they went into the one right next to me. And that was very foolish of me to say... Okay, well, you know what, let's just go into their one then. So yeah, okay, another one that looks relatively the same. Okay, this is storage closet A.
Yeah.
Let's take a look around. As I began to inspect these shelves, the glint of something shiny caught my eye.
That's...
Eva, look! There's a rolling pen here. And handprints on it too.
Strange.
What are you implying? That someone used this recently, and not for its intended purpose.
I know.
Can you see how the handprints are at the base of the pin? You aren't rolling much dough if you're wielding this thing like a tennis racket, are you? The pin is also really dusty. If it came from the kitchen, it would be clean, like the other utensils there. Yeah, agreed. Not only that,
Jeez.
right, there's a dent on the pin too. Really? On the opposite end, the handprints, can you see it?
Weird.
Okay, yeah, I can see it. I wish we could see it. I wish we had like a bit of a visual, but no, it's giving me absolutely nothing. I mean, yes, okay. We've seen the actual object itself, but not really getting much visual here. Handprints and a dent, that's definitely not a coincidence.
Focus.
Could this pin have something to do with that mark we found on Wolfgang's neck? If it was used to knock him out, it would not only explain the dent on the pin, but the bruise on Wolfgang's neck. How did it make its way into this closet though?
Huh?
What do you mean? How did the pin make its way into the closet after the killer used it?
There must be something.
I mean, if the footsteps Kai and I heard were the killers, they probably chucked the pin in here on the way out.
Absolutely not.
That's not what happened.
Huh?
If the killer entered this closet and hid the rolling pin,
Listen to me.
Grace and I would have seen them. Crap, of course. She and Grace were... Did you forget that, Damon? What if the killer placed a pin in here before any of us came downstairs?
Save it.
If they were out in the hallway, why didn't they use that as their chance to escape? Damn it, she's right about that too. Could this rolling pin really be unrelated? But it lines up so well with the other evidence. Well, we might as well have it anyway. Okay, I don't think there's anything else to this room. Let's keep investigating. One moment she's speaking nonsense, the next she's totally coherent. I don't think I'll ever understand this girl. Well, okay, we've got one more to go for then. Okie dokie.
Look.
This is storage closet D.
Yeah.
Mark and Jean, explore this one. Let's see what I can find here. Is there anything weird about this room?
That's...
I think I see something behind a pile of boxes. I stood on my tiptoes to get a better look and...
Jeez.
So they really are here.
Well,
What's here? Extension cords. A bunch of them.
strange.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, these are definitely the same type of cord I saw in the boiler room. Only difference is these still have their other half intact. Huh. The internal plugs are pretty slim compared to the other kinds of cords. The fact that these cords match the one in the boiler means the killer must have rummaged through these closets for equipment. For what reason they needed the cord, I had no idea, but this was still a step in the right direction. Besides that box of cords, nothing about this room is standing out to me.
So,
Do you want to move on?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go! We've looked through all these closets now.
so,
Did you find everything you needed?
Yeah.
Okay. Rolling pins, lack of extension cords is no doubt in their relevance to this case. At least based on what I've investigated so far.
Anyway.
Eva, let's go upstairs and collect some more testimonies.
where?
Finally! Heading upstairs would be a bad idea, there are things... Didn't we literally just say... Let's head upstairs? Okay, hang on. You know what, let me just pull back up the backlog. So, let's go upstairs. and the game is literally refusing to take me upstairs. What, do I need to talk with Eva again? No, it's just the same thing.
Interesting.
Well, we've already investigated the really ugly stuff, right? You don't need to think about that stuff for now, just focus on collecting people's testimonies.
Listen to me.
I can keep reminding. Can I now? Unfortunately, I can't get the help of observation mode because it won't allow me, so I don't know what... What, do I need to talk to Cassidy again? Go back into the boiler room? I don't know what...
Weird.
Well, weird looking storage closet.
Stop.
Very funny. Again! If I try to go up, it will not allow me. Wait, apparently... There's yellow around...
Weird.
Okay.
Come again?
The cord is.
Correct.
Yeah. It's weird there's at the crime scene and his name is also weird.
Huh?
His name?
Thinking.
Extension cord is a weird name.
Eh?
You see?
Those cords aren't even extendable. If they were like those dining tables you could pull apart, the name would make sense. But they're only a fixed length.
Rage.
Weirdest name ever. How many times can one person say weird? Are you telling me that that was the thing I was missing? Apparently there's still something else. Let me guess, if I go into observation mode, it's gonna pop up with yellow dots around her, right? Green dots. I don't even remember Danganronpa being this annoying. Like, yeah, I got a bit annoyed that it wouldn't allow me to leave because I was still investigating something in the room. But this is straight up not refusing to let me go upstairs when the game has clearly allowed me to go upstairs. Oh wait, blood. See, it would have been helpful to have observation mode on in order for me to actually be able to notice this. Sure, okay. Like, if I took a bit of time and like explored around, then yes, I would have noticed this. But our focus was clearly on the storage closets. Our focus was not on the hallway itself. So I didn't even think to check the hallway. I feel like somehow the focus was very disjointed in this chapter. That's how I feel like right now. I feel like there's not enough information for me to go on from, and I feel like I'm being told what to do, so, you know, I go on with what I'm being told what to do, you know, instructions in a video game, and yet the game is refusing to let me go, just because, oh, I haven't done exactly what I needed to do absolutely everywhere. It really irks me when stuff like this happens, because it's almost like the game is expecting you to know what you're doing. Like, it expects you to know. And I get so frustrated when I feel like I've not had enough information to be able to do investigating in an area like this. Yes, sure, I could have used my noggin and maybe used my initiative, but once again, I wish I had more information, but it clearly did not give me any information. Obviously, this is not like a issue in the writing or story. It's an issue in the design of the gameplay. This. Anyway, blood, here we go. There's dried blood on the floor. For some reason, it seems to pull right around this particular spot. Dried blood, like in the boiler room.
Eh?
You noticed the blood in there?
Correct.
When I did you know? Okay.
I see.
So,
Who do you think left all this blood behind?
Focus.
Well, it can't be Wolfgang, obviously, can it? Considering the sort of injuries he sustained, it wouldn't make sense for him to have spilled a lot of blood.
There must be something.
Which means the only possibility we've got left is...
what could it be?
The blood belongs to someone else? Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, someone got injured. If I didn't notice the blood here, would you have pointed it out to me? If you didn't notice the blood here, would I have pointed it out? What? What? I'm sorry. Okay, either you have just malfunctioned my brain because this sentence literally makes no sense to me.
Eh?
I would have pointed it out to you if the roles were. Sure, okay. That way you know not to step on it.
Right.
I definitely, yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Right, so, is this now going to allow me yet? Finally! Jesus Christ, that felt like an eternity of me trying to, like, go through that. As Eva and I emerged from the basement on the lookout for anything which could aid us in our investigation.
Eh?
Right in front of us, a flustered Eloise was huddled with her back to the wall, standing next to her.
Yeah,
Sup, you guys? Might want to lower your voice around here. Some stuff has happened.
What could it be?
Is something wrong? Sorry. Eloise had a bit of a frightening experience recently.
You think?
I think we all have had that, frankly.
no kidding.
Yeah, the scene downstairs is bad. Bad? It's horrifying! Use better words, but I'm talking about something else. After Tosu left, we tried going inside Wolfgang's room to look for clues. But the moment we stepped in, she suddenly pounced on me. She? Oh, Grace. She dragged me out and ran after us. I haven't been able to get my heart to stop beating so quietly, so quickly since.
Huh?
Hold on, who's she referring to?
Shit.
Of course. She's been guarding Wolfgang's dorm ever since she kicked us out. Grace was blocking access to Wolfgang's dorm? What the fuck? We can't let her bars from entering his room. The clash trial could start at any moment. That's why I tried telling everyone else, but they pretty much gave up. Jane and Mark went to the dining hall, Diana went to the laundry room, and Tashiko and Ingrid went to the courtyard. And Eloise and I, though, we're not gonna let this slide. We gotta get inside the dorm room, so we've been brainstorming other ways to approach Grace.
Think about it this way.
And we've landed on something. Performing a brief inquisition. Inquisition? If Grace doesn't want to cooperate, we'll start badgering her with questions. Poke her at her ego until it eventually retreats.
Safety first.
If you want, you can join us. Yeah. A debater must be a good addition verbal beatdowns, yeah? I did come here to inspect Wolfgang's dorm, so I might as well. If that's the case,
I'm out.
I'll go to the dining hall and ask Jet and Mark for their testimonies.
Eh?
You're not coming along?
Where?
Grace isn't someone I'd like to be around right now. You three can handle her. Something tells me she's just afraid of her talent being mocked.
Right.
No sweat. Have fun with Jet and Mark.
Goodbye.
Eva left in the direction of the laundromat, clearly taking the long route to the dining hall. Should we approach Grace then?
Totally.
Yeah, let's not waste any time.
Okay.
Do you want to take the lead, Damon? Oh, yeah, sure. I wasn't going to admit it to either of their faces, but their plans seemed pretty half-baked. Not because I was going to face off with Grace, but because she was too. How could a bumbling person like her be of any help in a verbal showdown? If anything, she'll probably make us look uncoordinated. Guess I'll have to do most of the heavy lifting here. Since Grace was guarding Wolfgang's dorm, she should be right around the corner. Well, first of all, I'm gonna save. So... Oh, Wolfgang's up. Oh shit, she's right there. Let's go. Okay, let's do this. Don't you yuppies get it? You're not coming in.
Don't get it mixed up.
Hang on, we're not here for that. Let me just want to ask you a question.
Back off.
He isn't coming in either.
Jeez.
Why not? I need to investigate Wolfgang's dorm room.
Soybean.
Back off, Soybean. His room is none of your business. Except it kind of is, Grace, so back off! I have to search his last name whereabouts, which includes his dorm room by default.
See that?
What if I said I've done the job for you? Then I wouldn't believe you.
Come again?
As in, you searched the room. High and low. High and low. Wanna know what I found? Nothing. For us to believe that, we need to actually see it for ourselves.
Oi!
You think I'm lying? There's a chance you could be, unfortunately.
Eh?
Think about it, you haven't given us any reason to believe you. Someone who's got nothing to hide wouldn't be acting so protective right now, you know? It gives the impression there's something you really don't want us to see.
Anyway.
Also, couldn't this be considered breaking the rules? Tozu wants this game to be fair, but being prevented from searching every room doesn't seem very fair.
Don't test me. Even
if it isn't, what are you gonna do about it? I'll report it to Tozu. Huh?
You.
I can see her sweat now.
Makes sense.
Nice idea. What should say we look for him now? If Tozu agrees this is sabotage, he might call Mara to help. Well, it's not sabotage. I'm not hiding anything about the murder. Don't try to get me involved. Desmond never mentioned Wolfgang's murder.
Anyway.
Look, let's just get into the room. If you're telling the truth, we'll drop our suspicions.
Gotta stay one step ahead.
The reality of the situation is, we gotta invade Wolfgang's privacy if we want to know what happened to him. He would want to investigate our dorms if it were anyone else who died. Grace stood there silently, gritting her teeth. Then she stepped away from the door. At least she can finally see reason.
Okay.
Sweet, thanks, Grace. Besides relief, we entered Wolfgang's dorm. Oh wow, okay. So this is, or was, Wolfgang's dorm. While some of my expectations were correct, a lot about the room still surprised me. I anticipated the layout resembling my dorms and the decor reflecting his talent. What I didn't anticipate was how messy it was. Well, maybe not messy, just really casual. A room that had clearly been well lived in.
Oi, you.
Don't move things around when you inspect them. I want to keep the room as it is. To be honest, I'm not sure why I was even surprised. It's weird how, like, there's a bear right there, and yet I've got my mouse over the chair and not the bear. Also, that rhymed. Oh, okay, so yellow is around both of the characters. Okie dokie. I'll go to Grace first then. We're not here for that, my ass.
Hi.
Hey. Normally she'd be meeting my eyes.
Quit it.
I know he suspects me, I can tell by the look on your face. But I don't know anything about his death. To be in the dark like everyone else about a person she was so close to. Damn it! Have a grab on yourself, Damon. Grace can claim to know nothing about the murder, but what about everything before it?
Anyway.
So, I heard a rumor you became Wolfgang's new bug buddy, huh? This room seems to confirm that. How was it this morning? Grumpy? Happy? Sick.
Eh?
We were planning to go to the game tournament, but he woke up with an ache in his stomach. He woke up sick? Poison, then okay. If you're telling me the truth, and Wolfgang planned to attend the tournament,
That's not it.
why did he say the opposite yesterday? Yeah. From what I remember, Wolfgang said he'd be too busy to attend the tournament. More like he wanted another round of the pachinko machine.
Watch and learn.
I wouldn't know. I interrogated him after breakfast.
No.
What? That's seriously what he meant?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? Which is why I told him, hey no, let's do the tournament. He was a bit finicky at first, typical for a sweet bean, but he eventually caved. Wolfgang was a pachinko player? I'm not sure I can believe that. Then again, some of the... in this room looked neither golf nor law related.
Okay.
Alright, so based on what you're saying, Wolfgang agreed to attend the tournament yesterday. However, come this morning... Wolfgang remembered the pirate was attending, so he suggested I took down that guy and partner with him instead.
Right.
Because you needed to bring a partner to the tournament. Wolfgang, you knew I was miffed about it. His smile said as much. But I walked out of the door anyway.
Dumbass.
So Wolfgang said he was too sick to get out of bed, so I walked away. If Wolfgang really had been bedridden, why did he wind up in the boiler room? Either he didn't come off his own volition, or he was never sick to begin with. By the look on her face, I could tell Grace was realized the same. With all that said, it wasn't like Wolfgang to hide anything. For a guy who's so gung-ho about honesty, you'd think he would confide in the person he's closest to. Did the letter I find inside his blazer pocket have something to do with that? Once again, oh my god. Maybe these are here for a reason. But anyway, while only a few words were legible, a lot could be gleaned from them. For example, that mention of a secret. Did the rest of the note elaborate on it, or was the word alone enough to scare Wolfgang? Maybe he wanted to shield Grace from information even he couldn't handle. Or maybe he simply didn't want her to know. Whatever the reason, Wolfgang Akide deliberately hid information from somebody. Ironic, huh? Eloise was kneeling on the floor, sorting through Wolfgang's bedside ottoman with a serious look on her face.
Hi.
Can we talk for a second?
Give me a moment.
Okay. She closed the ottoman and stood up, now wearing the same nervous expression she always did. Is there something wrong? I want to know your whereabouts during Wolfgang's murder. Oh, right. When the murder happened, I was with Desmond in the courtyard.
Eh?
The courtyard? Yes. You can ask Desmond to confirm if you're confused. No, I'm fine.
It's simple.
Let me just ask this. What were you doing during the blackout? Blackout? Yeah, you did experience it, right?
That's not...
No, I don't think there was... So maybe there was a cooperation within that story then. So maybe the blackout only covered this part of the mansion and everywhere else it doesn't. Which is interesting. We were only alerted to the murder because of Tozy's announcement.
I see.
So my theory was right. If Winona never experienced a blackout in the tree room, and Eloise never experienced a blackout in the courtyard, both those buildings must be connected to an entirely different... I just thought that she had something to do with it, but maybe, yeah, okay. The blackout just only covers one part of the facility. Which is interesting why that's the case. Like... So there's multiple power sources connected to multiple parts of the facility. What's up, Damon?
Hi.
Can you check something out for me?
Easy enough.
In here or
That's not it.
in the boiler room? I found a taser gun in there.
Are you for real?
I can't tell if it's been fired or not. I don't think it has, but I want to know for sure. Because if I'm wrong and the taser gun was used, it might clue us into the nature of Wolfgang's death.
No kidding.
What we're talking about is that big of a deal, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, since you're good at using guns, I figured.
All good.
No sweat. I'll see to it once I'm done here. Thanks for the heads up, Damon. At least he's cooperative, though. I love that about him. Bear with me. A large toy bear adorns the bed. Something tells me this didn't belong in the room originally. What gave you that impression? Clothes. Clothes were scattered across the room, including a familiar-looking woman's jacket. Nothing about them looked suspicious. Well, that's what I could find. Why was Grace so antsy about people entering? There didn't seem to be anything suspicious lying around here. In any case, since I'm done here, I should head to the dining hall. I'm pretty sure that's where Eva said she was going. As soon as I entered the room, Eva walked over to me.
Hello.
Oh. She fades out of existence and then fades back into existence. I've just finished talking to everyone here. Anything important?
Rage.
Nothing important. I don't think Jen and Mark are taking this seriously. This might end like the mock trial where only a couple of people know what they're doing. Does she really think so? While the information definitely didn't bode well for me, I couldn't afford to be discouraged by it. Not unless I want to die in this game.
Focus.
I'll see if I can make those two talk.
Thanks.
Good luck. Well, I guess it's quiet first. Ah, shit. We'll go again. Why didn't Tozu fix it back out himself? Is the maintenance of this place seriously our responsibility?
Not okay!
The fridge and pantry are restocked every day, though. Ugh, can't they just be consistent? Whining aside, he made a good point. Why didn't Tozu fix the blackout? Thinking back on his spiel from earlier. I mean, I guess the spiel was talking about how Tozu was talking about the crime, the tablet being, this crime scene being divulged in a way. I don't know why it flashed back to that. Very strange, but okay. Did Tozu abstain from fixing the blackout because it was important to the killer? I mean, possibly. They could easily make their escape if no one could see anything.
Wait.
Oh yeah, Damon, since you're here, I've been thinking really hard. My wrinkly brain is thinking really hard about those footsteps we heard.
Come again?
When we were in the storage closet?
No, seriously.
Yeah. Like, they were soft, right? Like, the person was wearing socks?
I see.
Now that you mention it, it did sound like socks on a hard floor. I don't even know what that sounds like. Of all the things to be right about, it has to be this.
Eh?
What do you mean?
Man.
I mean, why didn't the killer just wear shoes? Think about it. The sound of something like heels would be pretty distinct, right? Thought, you know, they wouldn't be noticed. Because, you know, having no shoes on means that you would be less listenable. Well, what about sneakers? They get really squeaky on a smooth floor. And
Don't say that.
what I'm saying is you could totally figure out the shoe from the sound it makes. And if you know what shoes the killer had on, you can just look for the person with a matching pair. The socks? Anyone couldn't be wearing socks. The person probably removed their shoes for that reason.
This sucks.
Oh, just our luck. Well, Markimu Markiplier, let's go. It does not look, yeah, it looks pretty down in the dumps. Damn, sorry about that. Mark had returned to his position by the equipment.
Hi.
Hey, Desmond and Eloise told me that you plan to investigate Wolfgang's dorm. Grace isn't guarding it anymore, so you can go inside now. Let me guess, you don't want to investigate?
It's nothing.
I just came here to make sure my interface wasn't damaged. this investigation could spell the difference between life and death, yet his priority was his stupid music equipment. I mean, whilst I can agree that the priority is a little bit misplaced, he still gives a shit, I guess. Don't you think it looks suspicious what you're doing?
What?
I heard people are already giving Grace the side-eye for being uncooperative. What might they say if they find out you've ditched the investigation?
Slow down.
Yo, hold on. Jay called us out from the other side of the room and ran over. Can't you see Broski isn't feeling well? Give the guy some space, man.
That's not important.
I don't care. I'm working on a time limit here. Who are you to talk anyway? Judging by the look on Broski's face whenever you guys are together,
It's simple.
out of everyone here, I think you'd know the least about personal space. But no, May, man. Sure, Mark might not want to talk a whole lot, but if he wasn't having fun, do you really think we'd be hanging out so much?
Broskies always stick together.
Broski, pick me up here. Time and relative dimension space. Huh. What time did the murder happen?
That's...
9:35 a.m. Check this. He pointed to a small digital clock over the top of the music pad.
That's...
Okay. This is the time of the murder. It was like this when I came back here. I think the clock got screwed over by the blackout. So now it's frozen on whatever it was displaying when it lost power. Then that confirms my suspicions. The blackout and, by association, the destruction of the generator occurred at the exact same time of Wolfgang's murder. Okie dokie.
My man.
Let's go, bro. You hit the jackpot. But it's cause I was here with you, huh? Sheesh, this was getting hard to watch. Gonna be honest, Jet reminds me so much of, Hero from Danganronpa. Those who know, know. Because the mirror is some funky by this place.
Come again?
I don't know, man. Everything just feels off. Kinda off, you know? Can't place why, though, it's bugging me the crap out of me. Sounding like he just felt uncomfortable being here. I guess I can't blame him. With the turn things have taken, the tension and excitement of the tournament was all but a distant memory. And this room was now a reminder Wolfgang died right under our noses. Okay. There's nothing else in here, right? Wait. I didn't even mean to. Wait, what? E? Wait. F. Oh, F! So it's F and enter. Okie dokie. And there's yellow in the kitchen as well. Okay. Might as well skim for the kitchen just in case. Looking inside the cabinets, there didn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary. Except... Huh. Knife. Yep. For a kitchen knife to go missing, at the same time a knife is found floating in the boiler room's water? That can't be a coincidence. I don't think there's anything else in here, is there? Oh, no, the whiteboard. Cassidy had clearly spent a lot of time diddling this. She must be upset that we didn't even finish a single round. The first time people have a get-together and they're interrupted by a murder. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of what I was hoping. Because even I was like, whilst I understand bonding time, not the best sort of thing to be doing in a place like this when you're trying to escape. But thinking back on it, the game tournament and the murder happened really close to each other. You could almost say at the exact same time. The former began at 9 AM, while the latter occurred at 9:35 AM. That's within the same hour. Taking another look at this whiteboard. Yeah, I can see why the killer chose to attack so soon. 8 potential witnesses, all situated in one place. too preoccupied with video games. Not to notice the world around them. There couldn't be a more perfect time to strike. I mean, it's as he said. The whole game tournament was someone's perfect time to strike. It wasn't a bonding session, it was a session to keep people distracted. So, literally, Damon called it. Oh. Huh? No. Really? Oh my god, okay. Oh my, would you look at the time? I dare say we ought to get this trial started soon. How does 20 minutes sound from now sound? Great. Please continue to investigate until then. See you later. What? There's only 20 minutes until the trial?
Hang on.
Damon. How does she keep scaring me like that? The investigation's almost over. We need to find the other 3. Oh, okay, fair enough. The other 3?
As I was saying...
Toshiko, Ingrid, and Diana.
Jeez.
Alright, calm down. Desmond said they were in the courtyard, right?
I'm talking.
And Diana's in the laundry room. Then let's talk to Diana first, since the laundry room is in this same building. In the meantime, don't panic, okay?
Can't you see?
I'm not panicking. As she said that, she motioned for me to follow her over to the door. Even might deny, but the anxiety had been bubbling up inside her was clearly starting to boil over. Although, without fuss, my own heart was beating. I guess she's not alone. Well, let's go to the laundry, I guess. Now, if I remember correctly, when actually coming out of the laundry room, it's right here, right? Yes, laundry room. Thank you very much, Tex, for appearing up. Alright, if Desmond's telling the truth, then Diana should be in here. I mean, he should be telling the truth. Why would he lie? I mean, unless he got something tired. Like, why would he lie? There we go, yep, she's in here. Okay, cool. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. Diana was standing with her back pressed up against the wall, arms wrapped around herself in a tight embrace. She's in even worse shape than before. Diana, I'm gonna need to ask you a question. Please give me a moment. It's been kind of tough.
No.
The investigation is going to end really soon. We can't wait. Okay, sorry. Where were you during the blackout?
Oh.
The blackout, right before the body was discovered. I was just in my room, alone, doing my makeup. You don't have any makeup on, though. I was experimenting with new combinations, so I wiped it all off already.
I see.
So you were alone in your room the entire morning? Yeah, I just wasn't feeling up to it.
Sorry.
I'm feeling a little sick of all of a sudden. Do you mind if I go back to my room? I've asked those questions I wanted to. Thanks.
So...
Do you think she was acting weird at all?
That's...
No weirder than yet. I mean, I would disagree. The whole sick part, Damon, you should really bring that up. Anyway, since Diana gave her a testimony, I can cross her off my list now. Which means the only people I need to speak to...
Where?
I have Ingrid and Toshiko are still in the courtyard. We won't know until we see for ourselves. Alright, let's go. And would you look at that, they are here. Toshiko and Ingrid had retreated under the bandstand at the center of the courtyard. The larger girl was comforting the smaller girl, who'd completely hidden her face behind her fan.
Hello?
Hey, have either of you been investigating? Investigating? Toshiko lowered her fan to reveal a pair of puffy eyes.
Unacceptable!
I don't know. What are you expecting me to do?
Seriously?
To investigate. To look for clues. Clues?
Impossible!
How am am I meant to do that? It's not like I've had to serve a murder before, you know? My hands have been a bit full, so no luck finding any clues. I can see why.
Moving on.
Okay, well, did you at least notice anything suspicious this morning? It could be a person acting odd or a strange sound. That's what most real-life testimonies talk about anyway.
Think this through.
A person acting odd. Maybe not at the time, but looking back, this definitely seems like a little strange. Do you want to tell them to Shiko? Okay, fine. This morning I saw Wolfgang.
Huh?
When did you see him? In the dorm hallway, on my way back from the pharmacy. The dorm hallway? Just as I was about to enter my room, I saw Wolfgang leave his. This is brand new. Oh, Wolfgang. What a coincidence running into each other like this. Are you ready? Are you already on your way to the tournament, Miss? Right. That was Wolfgang talking. Are you already on your way to the tournament? It's rather early. Of course not. A professional like myself knows better than to attend some silly party. Right. My apologies. What about you? Are you going to the tournament? That's correct. I'm going to the tournament. I'm just heading to the laundry room right now. There's a batch of clothes I accidentally left behind in there.
That...
Wolfgang said he was going to attend the tournament.
Strange.
Yesterday he told everyone he was too busy to attend. I assumed he'd changed his mind. I had no reason to question him. I heard bits and pieces of their conversation from inside my dorm. The whole thing could have lasted longer than a minute.
Bit complicated.
Toshiko and I are bug buddies, by the way. Thought I'd mention that in case Damon didn't know. Okay. Thanks. Anyways, when I heard that Wolfie said, my first thought was, are those the clothes? I don't remember any leftover clothes. But I figured I must have been misremembering. With my aching head and all. Aching head? I was suffering a terrible headache this morning. Couldn't even see 2 steps in front of me, let alone get up from my bed. That's why I had gone to the pharmacy. I was hoping to... It seems like a lot of people have been sick or like having headaches. Wait. You don't think Cassidy had anything to do with that, right? Why else would these guys not be at the tournament with us? Not my proudest moment, I'll admit, but I knew I could trust Toshiko with the job.
So...
Do you know what time the interaction with Wolfgang happened? 10 past 8, I think.
How should I put it?
The conversation happened just a little after morning announcement that I can tell you with confidence. Yes, 10 past would make sense. When the announcement initially played, I was just about to leave the pharmacy. Then she was already inside the pharmacy by 8 AM. So Wolfgang, he looked totally fine when you saw him?
Sure.
Yes, nothing seemed alright. Doesn't that call into question what Grace told me earlier? Either Grace lied to me about Wolfgang calling in sick, or she was telling the truth. And Wolfgang just got outed as a liar. I can probably deduce an answer if I know what time Grace left Wolfgang's dorm. If she left before 10 past 8, then she would have been out of the picture by the time Wolfgang made his move. Hence why she only remembers him in bed. However, if she left after, then she would have been there for Wolfgang's encounter with Toshiko. Which means she lied about Wolfgang being bedridden during the period of time she was in the dorm. Funny how she never gave me a time. What else happened after Toshiko saw Wolfgang? That blackout sure gave us a spook. Shika and I decided to stay where we were until the lights turned back on. Though we did watch you and your buddies pass by.
Eh?
You saw that?
How should I put it?
Heard it first, then took a peek. I would have said something, but I still wasn't feeling my usual self. So we watched you up until you went all the way downstairs. That must have been how you found the crime scene, right? Yeah, that's right.
Too much for me.
That's a terrible sight. Can't believe someone here may actually be behind it. Let's just hope we can solve it. That's... Alright everybody, that's time. Please drop whatever it is you're doing and proceed over to the Tree of Ignorance. Don't make me wait too long, otherwise you'll be in for a shocking surprise. Okay. Okay. Get it? Because your drinkers can zap you. Anyway, just gotta move on. It's time.
Fingers crossed.
You two, go on ahead. Toshiko and I'll catch up.
Listen to me.
Okay. Let's go, Damon. Right. Are we getting teleported immediately into the next room? Eva and I made the short trek to the room with the tree. Once there, we waited for the others to arrive. Eventually, everyone had showed up. So, how are you guys feeling?
Beats me.
Words wouldn't do justice.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty bad. I can't tell you how I feel, but I don't even know what I feel. I'd rather we just save the talking for the trial. The trial. In just a few moments' time, we were going to be down there. Down there in the trial room, fighting for survival, using only our words. Damn it, Damon. Get a grip already. Before the door in the tree opens, I need to ask Desmond if he has any new information about the taser gun.
Hi.
Hey. His voice was steady, but his eyes kept darting around the room. Did you check the taser?
Right.
I did. Any findings? Just one. The gun's blast doors were missing.
Huh?
Blast... what?
Eh?
All of a sudden, the ground. Not again. Hold on to something, everyone. The Tree of Knowledge is yes, we already know this. Damn it. Well, guess we're gonna cut this conversation short. I explained everything during the trial. Let's not keep this guy waiting.
Holy!
Oh man, this is really happening. We're so screwed. We're totally gonna die.
It is how it is.
If you go in expecting to fail, chances are you will.
Game over, man! Game over!
I'm gonna think I failed even more because you said that. Okay, Kai.
Hold your horses.
We could do it this way. Who here are the cards more stacked against? 14 people working together to solve a murder, or one person trying to lead everyone else astray?
Are we ready?
If everyone's in for a struggle, it ain't a group of 14.
Do you think?
You make a good point. Statistically, the odds are in our favor here.
It'll be okay.
Exactly. Luck would be on our side.
No, it's not.
If luck was on our side, we wouldn't be in a killing game to start with. Can I say something first before we go?
Oh,
What is it? It's a message for the killer?
what did you say?
For the killer? The person here who killed Wolfgang. Whoever you are, can you please step? You think they're going to do that? Huh?
I want to help.
We don't have to do this. The clash trial. If you can just find it in yourself, just step forward and bring this whole thing to an end already. Then please. Despite Diana's please. no one came forward.
Come on.
If someone's determined enough to commit murder, they won't back down because of one person's plea. Since we're in the subject, I also got a message for the killer.
Dumbass!
Don't forget that the punishment fits the crime, you asshole. Enjoy the fucking death penalty. Gray spat out those words and disappeared into the opening of the tree.
Can I go now?
Cosign.
Slow down.
You broski, wait up. One by one, people began to follow suit. I guess it's time to go. We knew where the stairs would take us, and where the elevator afterwards would deliver us. But everything beyond that was shrouded in uncertainty. There was no mock trial awaiting us, no foul murder designed to waste our time with a stupid mystery. This was undoubtedly real. Come on, Damon, get a hold of yourself already. Taking a deep breath, I approached the opening in the tree. Well, okay, you know what? First of all, let me just save my bloody game. You know what? Something that I've not really appreciated much about this game is that, I mean, it is also a bit of a fault of Danganronpa itself. It's when the game forces you into an area. It doesn't like allow you control to like go to the area yourself. It literally forces you into the area, and that's something that I just don't really appreciate. I don't like the game basically just forcing me into something. It takes away the option. It takes away choice. It takes away control, and I just find that really, really annoying. But anyway, since this is going into the class trial, I will leave that for the next episode. So, thank you so much for watching, everybody. This has certainly been an interesting investigation. My money is still on either Grace or Winona. But it's also interesting why Wolfgang went to the laundry. But yeah, my money is kind of on them. Though, once again, I could be mistaken and it could be someone completely different, which is completely fine. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I shall see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.